Hello dear students, how are you? JHG. In this lecture, I will discuss about individual properties of S block as well as P block elements. Okay, then first of all about properties of S block elements. This is also counted under the properties of model periodic table. And in this category, I will discuss the properties of each and every block related to modern periodic table. And in this case, first of all about properties of S block elements. Through electronic configuration, if the last electron of any element used to enter in S orbital, then the related element belongs to S block. Right? इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन करने पर एलिमेंट का लास्ट इलेक्ट्रॉन एस ऑर्बिटल में एंटर करता है, नो डाउट सच एलिमेंट बिलोंग्स टू एस ब्लॉक. एंड इफ द लास्ट इलेक्ट्रॉन ऑफ एनी एलिमेंट हैज if last s orbital of any element has one electron, then it belongs to first group of s block and known as alkali metals. And if the last s orbital of any element has two electrons, then related element belongs to second group of s block and known as alkaline earth metal. Okay, for example, as sodium having atomic number 11, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. You can notice here. Here the last electron of this element used to enter in s orbital. Then no doubt it belongs to s block. Since last s orbital has one electron, so it belongs to first group of s block and known as alkali metals. Clear? One more example. As for calcium having atomic number 20, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2. 2 to 4, 6, 10, 12, 18, 20. Okay, through electronic configuration you can notice that here the last electron of calcium used to enter in s orbital. No doubt it also belongs to s block. Since its last s orbital has two electrons, so it belongs to second group of s block and known as alkaline earth metals. Clear? Through electronic configuration we can guess the position of each and every element present in periodic table. So this is first of the property of the s block elements. And study we have to discuss already. First, rubium, cesium, francium. Beryllium, magnesium, strontium, barium, radium. These are the particular element belongs to s block first group as well as second group. And about the atomic number, you know well about the atomic number. Okay, 1, 3, 11, 19, 37, 55, 87. 3 then 4, 11, 12, 19, 20, 37, 38, 55, 56, 87, 88. These first group elements, these one. Each and every element of this group has one electron in their last s orbital like this. And by the same way, each and every element of second group has 2 electrons in their last s orbitals. All these are known as alkaline metals or alkali metals, and these elements of second group are known as alkaline earth metals. Right? Next, all these elements, I mean to say alkaline metal as well as alkaline earth metals, are comparatively soft metal. These are soft metal and which can cut easily through knife. Okay, these are either S block element, first group element or second group element. Means the metal which are present in S block are soft and easily cut by knife. Third point, third property of S block element. These metals have their low MP and BP. Means their melting point and boiling points are comparatively lower. Why? Because these are considered to be soft metal. Right? Fourth property. These have higher tendency to lose electrons. These have higher tendency to lose electrons. Means their electron losing tendency is comparatively highest than other elements. And electron losing tendency, you know, that is known as electropositivity. It means S block elements are most electropositive in nature. What do you mean by electropositive? Electron losing tendency of any element is known as electropositivity, and related elements are known as electropositive elements. So these are most electropositive elements in nature, right? And if we compare the value of electropositivity between first group as well as second group, then the first group elements are considered to be more electropositive comparison to the second, right? Fifth, these elements are highly reactive in nature. S block elements are highly reactive in nature. Why? The reactivity of metals is directly proportional to electropositivity. In other words, we can say that the reactivity of S block elements is directly proportional to electron losing tendency. Since these have highest value of electron losing tendency, ultimately these are most reactive in nature. जिनमें इलेक्ट्रॉन लूजिंग टेंडेंसी जितनी ज्यादा होती है, those are most reactive metals in nature, right? And last, next property. Lithium and beryllium, these are exceptional. Because you know, chemistry is the subject of exception. It's my challenge that there is not a single rule or law in chemistry which has not exception. Means each and every terminology of chemistry has particular exception. Then in this property number 6, you know, the S block metals used to burn with colored flame. S block elements or metal used to burn with particular colored flame except to lithium and beryllium. यदि इनको हम फ्लेम के टच में लेकर के, किसी बर्निंग ऑब्जेक्ट के टच में लेकर के इनको जलाते हैं, तो इनसे जलने के समय जो फ्लेम निकलेगी, इट हैज अ पर्टिकुलर कलर, बट एक्सेप्शन इज लिथियम एंड बेरिलियम. एंड लास्ट वन, S block elements have their outermost one cell incomplete. Okay, their outermost cell is incomplete, right? These are the particular properties of S block elements. Okay, now I have to discuss about the properties of P block elements. Properties of P block elements. P block elements like this. Then first property, which is the basic character, through electronic configuration, If the last electron of any element used to enter in p orbital, then the related element belongs to p block. Clear? Through electronic configuration, if the last electron of any element used to enter in p orbital, then no doubt related element belongs to p block. For example, as here has atomic number 30. Through electronic configuration, you can notice 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p1. No doubt. No doubt, you can notice here. Last electron used to enter in p orbital. You can take another example. Just like argon. Argon also counted under p block. Its atomic number is 18. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6. No doubt. Last electron used to enter in p orbital. Okay, that is going to prove here. I have proved that if the last electron of any element used to enter in p orbital, then such element belongs to p block. Okay? And next property, their outermost cell electronic configuration. Their outermost cell electronic configuration is N-S2, you know, N-S2, N-S2 and Np1 to 6. This is the outermost cell electronic configuration of p block element in general state, where N is considered to be, here N is outermost cell. You can notice here, see here, this is the outermost cell. Here third cell is the outermost cell. Outermost is third. Here C example, in place of N here is 3, yes 2 electron and N 3, P 1 to 6. Certified here, its outermost cell is third cell. N is equal to 3, S has 2 electron, P has 6 electron. Number of electron in outermost cell, outermost p subcell may be from 1 to 6. Right? Third property, their outermost one cell is incomplete. Means p block elements, for the p block elements, their only outermost one cell is incomplete. Like S block element, p block elements have also incomplete outermost cell. इनकी भी outermost एक cell incomplete होती है, और जो incomplete होती है वो कौन सी होती है? outermost cell होती है. This is the third property. Fourth property, in p block there are 6 perpendicular groups. In 6 perpendicular groups, because in p subcell there are 6 electrons. So in case p block there are 6 perpendicular groups, and these are 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. These are the particular. This is the first group. This one is the second group, third group, fourth group, fifth and sixth. ये p block का individual first group है. But if we count to them according to periodic table, then this is the 13th group, 14th group, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th. Right? And through the formation of periodic table, on account of the formation of periodic table, in my previous lecture, I have explained thoroughly about the element of p block. How will you learn their atomic number? Right? This. But one thing I want to explain again. You know, 13th group elements are known as boron family. Boron family. 14th group elements are known as carbon family. 15th group elements are known as nitrogen family. 16th group elements are known as oxygen family, and 17th group elements are known as halogens, and 18th group elements inert gases. Okay, these are the six perpendicular groups. And one thing you should remember very well. What? Here nitrogen family also known as nicogens. Nitrogen family also known as, nickname is nicogens. Nicogens means, nico means fertilizer, gen means generator. Means 15th group elements are most helpful for the formation of chemical fertilizer. That's why these are also known as nicogens. And oxygen family elements are also known as chalcogen. Chalco means ores और जन माने farmer. Means 16th group elements are most helpful for the formation of ores. That's why these are known as chalcogens. And why 17th group elements are known as halogens? Halo means होता है salt, जन माने generator. These are responsible for the formation of some particular salt which are taken from the sea. That's why their name is given halogens. Right? In case of P block, metal, non-metal and metalite, all types of elements are present. हमारे periodic table में एक ही block है which contain all sorts of elements, means metal, non-metal as well as metalites. Okay, but you know, here the probability of non-metal is maximum. P block element में non-metal की probability maximum होती है, ज्यादा संख्या में होती है. Okay, ultimately P block elements are considered to be electronegative. P block elements are considered to be electronegative in nature. Electronegative in nature, you know, these have tendency to gain electron, because through your previous class, you know well, metal have tendency to lose electron, but non-metal have tendency to gain electron. So P block elements are electronegative in nature. Right? And one more thing. P block elements have tendency to form covalent compound, because non-metals have tendency to form covalent compound, while S block elements have to form ionic compound, because those have tendency to lose electrons. Right? Although some of the elements are also present in P block which have metallic character. Okay? So the exception is applicable everywhere. These are the particular. And one thing more, P block elements are commonly known as typical elements or representative elements. Right? Hence, you can also declare the particular common properties of P block elements. Their outermost one cell is incomplete. These have tendency to form covalent compound. These are electronegative in nature. In this block, metal, non-metal and metalite, all type elements are present. Clear? These are the particular properties related to S block as well as P block. Clear? And you know why we have to remark here as a first group, second group. Although if we discuss about these elements on the basis of P block, then 13th group is the first group of P block, and 18th group of periodic table is considered to be the 6th group of P block, and which can explain on the basis of electronic configuration. Suppose we have taken any one element of 13th group, for example as aluminium. This is the 13th group element. Then 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2 and 3p. 6, 4, 10, 12 and 1. See here. No doubt it belongs to P block. And since its last p subshell has 1 electron, then no doubt it belongs to first group of P block and 13th group of periodic table. यदि आपको ग्रुप का पता लगाना है तो पी सबसेल में जितने इलेक्ट्रॉन होते हैं उसमें 12 ऐड कर दीजिए. You will add the 12, then you will find out its group on the basis of periodic table. the basis of periodic table. Right? For example, one more example, just like nitrogen having 7 electrons. Atomic number 1s2, 2s2 and 2p3. No doubt it belongs to p block. No doubt it belongs to p block. And its last p subcell has 3 electrons. So it belongs to third group of p block. But third group of especially p block. But if we count to that group on the basis of periodic table, then how many electrons are present in outermost p subset? 3. Add 12. तो 12 with 3, 15 means 15 ग्रुप. तो हमें ग्रुप का पता लगाने के लिए 12 क्यों ऐड करते हैं? क्योंकि पी ब्लॉक के पहले पीरियोडिक टेबल में आपने देखा था, पी ब्लॉक के पहले एस ब्लॉक एंड डी ब्लॉक. आफ्टर एस ब्लॉक एंड डी ब्लॉक देयर इज द एक्सिस्टेंस ऑफ पी ब्लॉक. एस ब्लॉक कंटेन 2 ग्रुप्स, डी ब्लॉक कंटेन 10 ग्रुप्स, means 10 or 2, 12. After completing 12 group, then we used to enter in P block. That's why we have to add 12 to find out the number of group according to periodic table. Right? And last, inert gases. Inert gases, their outermost shell is completely filled. That's why these are said to be inert gases. These never react with each other because their octet is already complete. One more example related to 18 group. Suppose helium, neon. Helium, these are the elements of 18th group. Helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. Honey, AK sir, ararara, ina. Right? Honey, AK sir, ararara, ina. Atomic number you know, 2, 2, 8, 10, 10, 8, 18. 18, 18, 36, 36, 18, 54, 54 and 32, 86. You can take any one example, just like we have taken neon, 1s2, 2s2 and 2p6. 2p6. Last outermost cell is p subcell. And in last p subcell, there are 6 electrons. So it belongs to 6th group of p block, that is 18th group of periodic table. Add here 12, then it will result 18. Ultimately this element belongs to 6th group of p block. और उसको periodic table के हिसाब से देखें, then it must be 18th group. And it will not react with anyone. Why? Because you can see here, their outermost cell is completely filled. Right? These are the basic properties of S block as well as P block elements. Right?